Hi YouTubers, Kate Johansson here with Fast Pup Dog Training, and I'm inspired to do this video today, this talk, after I got an email the other day from a very famous, very influential internet marketer slash dog trainer slash international agility champion. And I'm on her email list, belong to several of her Facebook groups, and I just really admire her. I started out being curious about her because she's a dog trainer who has made a huge success out of internet marketing with dog training. And once I started watching her presentations, I realized that she was a great dog trainer first and a great internet marketer second, and I wanted to learn anything that I could from her because I love learning from all different people who have success. This particular individual is really intense and passionate about her dog training, and she's also very wealthy, has a lot of resources, and when she gets a puppy, I mean, she's gone through this, she very carefully molds them to the way that she wants and influences them and stuff. She also has taken dogs in as they're already full grown and rehabilitated them and turned them into at least liking agility and stuff like that. She's a purely positive trainer. She doesn't believe in any using any tools. So she's really against a prong collar, a choke chain, an e-collar, and even using a long line on a dog or a puppy. I learned this in the video. I knew she frowned on choke chains and prong collars and e-collars, but I never had any idea that she was opposed to using long lines on a dog until I saw that video. What I'm so disappointed in with her is that she has not risen out of the whole swamp, I guess, of this whole dog training world that we exist in, where we're divided, unfortunately, into camps. And there are purely positive trainers, and then there are trainers like myself who believe in solving problems. Whenever people come to us with a problem dog, we try to figure out how we can solve the problem with the dog. And we have learned how to use protocols and tools that actually solve really severe behavioral issues. And that does not mean that we, as balanced functional trainers, are cruel or heavy-handed or anything like that. It just means that we have become frustrated with the lack of tools that there are in the purely positive world for really truly solving problems. So, and I see this on forums. I see this even in this very famous dog trainers Facebook groups and other famous authors, dog trainers forums, where people come on and they ask, how can we fix this? How can we stop our dog from chasing the sheep? How can we stop our dog from running off? How can we stop our dog from being aggressive? And every once in a while you'll see where one of their ardent followers just gets so frustrated that they'll actually admit sacrilege, that they actually went and got an electronic collar and learned how to use it to stop their dog from chasing the sheep or being aggressive or whatever. And let me say that just buying a tool, tools aren't magic. Tools are just tools. If you have a hammer, that doesn't make you a master carpenter. If you have a prong collar or an e-collar, it doesn't make you a dog trainer. And if you don't learn from the best people possible how to use those tools, they're not going to be effective. So, and I think that's part of the problem, especially with the e-collar, is the manufacturers of the e-collar, they just want to sell them. And they'll do anything to sell them, and they don't care what happens afterwards. And people will get them, they hear all these great things about them, and they take them out of the box, and they put them on the dog and start pushing buttons, and things don't go well. Things go really, really bad because they don't understand what they're doing, and they're actually training the complete opposite of what they should be doing because they have no clue. And a lot of those people, some of them will just throw the thing in the drawer and never use it again. Other people become very passionately against them because they have all the evidence they need, right? Because they bought the thing, they put it on their dog, and things went badly, so case closed. That is so wrong. That is such a wrong way to go about it. If you're going to try one of these things, you need to get with somebody that really knows what they're doing. But back to this famous dog trainer and my disappointment in her. She didn't actually go after the people who use them. She just went after the tools. But she was very morally superior about, in her attitude about them. Like, anybody that would use them must be a horrible person. She didn't say it that way, but that was the implication. And I'm just really disappointed in that because in the purely positive world, and okay, so the reason, starting all over, the reason she made this video in the first place, the reason for the email, is that on one of her Facebook groups, a woman came on and was desperately begging for help with her aggressive dog, how to change the dog's behavior so she could save the dog. And a whole bunch of people in the Facebook group went ahead and started giving her advice. And so our very famous dog trainer, who is in charge of the Facebook group, owns it, went and I guess she deleted the post, and then she made this video about how we, as members of this Facebook group, are not allowed to give advice to people that have aggression issues because she, this very famous dog trainer, does not deal with aggression. And she said, if you need help dealing with aggression, the only thing that she recommends, the only thing, is to find yourself a PhD in animal behavior. That is the only person that might possibly be able to help you with dog aggression, and that you are still going to have to search far and wide to get a PhD in dog animal behavior who actually knew how to train dogs or train animals, because there aren't very many. And basically her attitude was like, if you have an aggressive dog, good luck. Don't come here looking for help. And that made me really, really sad, because I have come behind people with that attitude. They come from the purely positive philosophy, and they're out there with shingles up as dog trainers, and they take money from people, lots of money, and then they go teach them whatever they have to teach them. And when the dog doesn't get with their program, they say there's nothing more that they can do. We're done. Nothing else. And send the dog back to the breeder. Take the dog to the shelter. Euthanize the dog, because nothing else can be done. And instead of referring that person to a balanced functional trainer who actually has experience dealing with that stuff and actually can help them, and they know it, they absolutely know, our very famous dog trainer must know hundreds of balanced functional dog trainers who deal with dog aggression. But in her video, she said, too bad. Go find yourself a PhD in animal behavior, and I'm not going to tell you where you can find one that actually knows how to train animals. this is what's so sad for all of this group of people, is they would rather encourage dog owners to get rid of the dog one way or another, send it back to the breeder, take it to the shelter, or euthanize it, then just refer it out to somebody that knows how to fix it. And the bigger, more famous, more trustworthy people see them as, the more likely. So they're still on YouTube. The whole episode from years ago, the actress Victoria Stilwell, who knew nothing about training dogs, but she was the actress for the show It's Me or the Dog. And she, one of her clients called and said that the dog was either growling at the kids or nipping at the kids when the dog was eating and going through the kitchen. The kids were going through the kitchen. So she advised the guy to put the dog down. And then the whole show was the guy taking the dog to the vet, killing the dog, taking the dog's body back to his house, digging a hole, and burying the dog's body, because Victoria Stilwell didn't have a solution for this problem. The dog was resource guarding her food, or his food, I don't know. And I don't know whether that really happened or if they just staged the whole thing. They probably just staged the whole thing. But nevertheless, it happens all the time with these people. They would rather encourage people to just get rid of the dog than admit that, and at least our very famous dog trainer did admit, she doesn't deal with aggression. She doesn't know what to do about it. But rather than refer it, this poor woman who's coming on her Facebook group begging for help, rather than refer that woman to somebody or an organization such as the International Association of Professional Dog Trainers, the Canine Professionals, the IACP, International Association of Canine Professionals. They have lots and lots and lots of people in their membership who are balanced, functional dog trainers who know how to deal with dog aggression and dogs that attack livestock and all that other stuff. They're well versed in how to use an e-collar. They're well versed in how to use tools, and they're not heavy-handed, because if we're heavy-handed and we're hurting the dog, people are going to say, I'd rather put my dog down than to have the dog tortured. And that's totally legitimate. But thousands and thousands of dogs do get rehabilitated every year because people put their faith in dog trainers who are skilled at other things besides just purely positive, giving cookies and rewarding. It's not just giving cookies. I'm making it too simple, but offering a toy or a tug for a reward or whatever. Rewards-based training. But anyway, if you're looking for help with dog aggression, or your dog's attacking livestock, or just running off and chasing the sheep, or just running out the door and not coming back because that's just the way they're wired, please contact an organization such as the IACP, or look for a balanced dog trainer in your area. And if you can't find anybody, let me know and I will help you. All right? Fast Pup Dog Training, Kate Johansson, out.